Bergkamp, of course.
Yeah, what a brilliant operator. I mean, his levels of skill and technique and imagination are just textbook, and sometimes off the scale. He won't back down in the challenge either. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Raspilicueta. And he's forced to go back. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. That's a throw. Bergkamp. Bergkamp. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Sanchez. Plays a sharp little ball here, played in with purpose, and he knocks it clear. Was coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now it's Bergkamp. Raspilicueta cuts it out. Strong running down that left flank. That's a throw. Van Dijk. Bergkamp. To Tevez. Looking for options for movement.
Tevez clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now, can they get him away? No, it's come to nothing. Platini. He's in a great position here. And that was very necessary. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. Back on the way then.
Barcelona really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Well read, nice interception. Kimmich. And here's Platini. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Can he get it through? Now it's Sanchez. That has been cut short. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, there's a probing ball, and it's made its way to him. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Seville really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Bergkamp. That's a lovely, neat pass.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Tevez, showing good feet. And this is Bergkamp.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Sao, spread out to the left. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. Bergkamp taking... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking tidy in possession here.
Tevez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. The Dutch have a hero in every generation, and Dennis Bergkamp is no exception.
He is the man.
Yeah, and he's the pivotal presence, the link-up to all their play. Fantastic technique and vision, which gives him an edge and produces some absolutely brilliant goals.
That's a good run down the left. Cross in, looks like a good one. And they're back on the ball again. Oh, lovely bit of skill.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's Tevez. That's an imaginative pass. And that has been cleared. Galan tries to clear. Lampard. Kimmich is the distributor-in-chief. Oh, Ibrahimovic! Goal! Barcelona!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
The goal scorer for Barcelona after 31 minutes is number 19, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And here's Bergkamp. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Looking early. He leaps for it! Tried his hardest, but the cross asked too much of him in the end.
That ball was absolutely drilled, Peter, and he still got to it. He's showing some really sharp movement here. Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Bergkamp. Driving on and making good progress. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Kimmich has created one goal already.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
1 minute added time.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona coming in at half-time, leading by one goal to nil.
Now let's all rally
Yeah, I like
behind
the fact
boys
that
and
there
show
was a
them bit of
genuine
support.
flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Substitution in progress.
So, into the second half.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Now it's Ibrahimovic, driving forward. Now the delivery, terrific effort! And he's stuck it away! goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Can he get it through? That's put paid to the danger. Rozier has it out wide and in space. It's out for a goal kick. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Always onto this. Can he finish? And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Number 6, Rivaldo. Substitution on the field, number 17.
So the manager can make a change
Coming
for
on
the first time in the game
is
here.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
A case now of complete control. Tevez. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Kimmich. Ibrahimovic. Tevez. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kimmich. Oh, tries a shot! He's got a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Number 21.
And now he has two.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
This is a gloriously
Number 7.
greedy performance.
Coming on the field. Number 21. Number 16.
Looking for options for movement. And he's had a shot! Kimmich getting this one clear. Nuno Mendes. And now the breakaway. It's Van Dijk. Rivaldo chasing after it. Ibrahimovic is onto this. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, this is a decent chance! Oh, terrific save. Can he find the finish? And they've got rid. That's been drilled in. Tevez is there, and he can get that clear. Ibrahimovic does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Nuno Mendes. Rosier kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nuno Mendes engages and forces him off the ball. Moy Gomez. And that is that. Barcelona have done their thing. They were driven by a desire to maximise every game, and they have won this one. Bergkamp voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
That the details for our next home game are
and after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and welcome
The
to
conditions
today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And he was quick to react. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? That's put paid to the danger. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's managed to get rid. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Neymar.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Schlotterbeck goes long. Messi couldn't squeeze it through. Shevchenko. And he's picked out the run. And the finish! Goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. Rafinha. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Ibrahimovic. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's Ibrahimovic! In he goes again. That is decidedly lacking.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Mohamed Salah. Salah. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's a good run down the right. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
There will be 1 minute added
Hakimi
time.
gets it clear. Rafinha running with intent. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Substitution for Milan, number 5, Frank Lampard.
So we're on the way for the second half.
Him is number 8.
Milan really
Rizzo.
need to bring up their
Substitution.
intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And it's Azar. Good read, needed to be. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He's in a great position here. Oh, that was vital. Deftly away. Now it's Yamal. Nuno Mendes. Aimed beyond the defence. Azar with the delivery. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ibrahimovic deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Ibrahimovic needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
He's got away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's there to retrieve it. Kimmich. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's picked his way through. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
What a save! Terrific reactions! Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, good! Oh, crossbar! Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Taken back almost at once. And that's really well manoeuvred. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Ibrahimovic certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Messi. Messi, looking for the run.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to play it through. No, that's been intercepted.
Look, there has to be more urgency here.
And that is it. A real high-octane conclusion. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Just about within shooting range. Has a look and plays it forward. What's going wide left? He's been caught on it here. Vinicius Junior.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Rafinha. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Rafinha. Looking for the run. And he cuts out the supply. And the pass is intercepted. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's McAllister. Here's a chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And it's tries one from range. It's wide, but not by very much.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Not the most convincing of passes. Kimmich is the team's great visionary, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Kobel clears. Almost half an hour in now. And this is Messi. Ibrahimovic. Kobel claims comfortably. Kovacic promptly onto that, and that is that. There's a sharp little ball here. That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Messi. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, no joy this time. Schlotterbeck.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he had... And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Those of you making their way
So,
home
nothing
on
to
public
report so far
transportation
on the
today,
goals front.
please watch the
Well,
screen
this
for
will have
train
given them a
departure times
chance
from
to
all
look for
local
any
major
potential
stations.
holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break.
Substitution for Milan, number 18, Vinicius Junior. Coming on the field is number 8, Wissa. Substitution in progress.
The second period is on the way. So neither side has yet broken through. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. Wissa. He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that has been cleared. Ibrahimovic being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to...
And Wissa! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
That pass has been well intercepted. No, that was never going to make it. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Spread it left.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they can counter here. That looks a good ball through. Goes for a shot! And that was very necessary. Danny Olmo. Oh, important interception. Deftly away. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he welcomes it in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
No, that's been intercepted. 75 minutes played. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking for options for movement. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And a shot! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Substitution for Milan, number 10, Messi.
So we have movement on
Number
both
9,
benches.
Ibrahimovic. Number 17, Danny Olmo. Coming on the field, number
Looking to
4,
play him in.
Neymar.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Yamal.
Well,
Number
that
5,
might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's done it! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
There will be 3 minutes
Milan
added
now
time.
on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is the...
Shot, surely! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And he's there to clear it. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. Tries to play it through. Now it's Tevez. And Tevez! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
That's an imaginative pass. And it's hoisted clear. Well, we have here, Jim, a player who is just so easy on the eye, the mesmerising Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, he's a player who inspired a whole generation with his unique approach to the game, the creativity, the elegance, the artistry. There's never been anything like him.
A genuine one-off. And a chance! And he's done it!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Played out towards the right wing. He's had it taken off him. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lampard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Vigo disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kimmich. That's the throw. Tevez conjures time and space where few can.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Not the most accurate pass. He likes Moriba.
There will be one
Passes
minute
coming
added
off in
time.
quick succession here. Engages and forces him off the ball. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Barcelona unable to get back onto level
That's
terms
the first
before
half,
half-time.
then.
They've
A
trailed
rocky
1-0.
start, to say the least.
Well,
But
obviously
that won't shake
things
our
are not good,
spirits, will
Peter.
it?
It seems the team were just a bit too
Substitution
busy
for Barcelona.
playing within themselves,
Number
too
7.
tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Coming on the field.
Well, that is the first half done,
number 6.
and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we are back on the way.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Marcos Alonso is only bettered by one man in terms of assists this season.
Vigo definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Rivaldo, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Driving on and making good progress. Your impression so far, Jim?
The atmosphere isn't great at this moment, Peter. The moans and groans from the crowd are quite audible now. Frustration's growing, and this can end up being a bit of a depressing cycle.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Substitutions taking place.
Vigo choosing to make the first change, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
And it's Ibrahimovic over to the right flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And the finish! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Substitution.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Bergkamp, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bergkamp. Thinks one through, and he gets rid in a hurry.
Substitution in progress.
Vigo have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Cleared away.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Knocks it out wide. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Vigo nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Caresses it through. And it's hoisted clear. Tries to get it clear.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Looking here to chip it through. It's a goal kick. So that's it. It is all over. Well, plenty of talking points, and many of them sadly negative. This is clearly not how it was meant to go. How would you sum up what we've
Unlucky
witnessed, Jim?
lads.
Barcelona
Let's
just
hope for better
couldn't
luck
get
next
into any
time.
kind of rhythm after going a goal down.
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us
Hello,
for the build-up
everybody,
to this
and
occasion of
welcome to today's
ultimate
match.
tribalism. And as you would expect,
Everyone,
that build-up
please
has been
welcome our
remarkable.
players.
They fight here not just for the pride of their manner, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
So it's down to business here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
And here's Bergkamp. He'll try from distance. And that is well cleared. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Bergkamp just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
At least a return pass. Unahi. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Still goalless at the moment. And it's Mendes. And that's been intercepted. Chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. That's another chance. Oh, the ball, this time surely. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Has a look up and delivers. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bergkamp! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that has been cleared. Platini. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Hill. Unahi. Played out towards the right wing. Unahi is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And he welcomes it in. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he plays one through. Barcelona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And so the action is resumed.
Barcelona can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
That's beautifully weighted. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Takes a towering header! And again! Now, who's going to be first to this? And again! And no mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tries to pass it, takes a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Coming on the field is number 7, Christian Stuani.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's bustling through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good take in a good area. And a chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. And that's another good win of the ball. And now the breakaway. That's an imaginative pass. Deftly away. Driven in. Impressed. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Brian Hill. Into the last quarter of an hour. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a nicely weighted pass. Defending of the desperate variety.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Number 34. Number 17. Blind.
Tries to get it clear. Nicely weighted ball. Not a hint of offside here. Now it's Platini. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Opts for safety. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Witsel. Unahi. Some really good ball movement.
Minutes has been indicated.
Bergkamp is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Kimmich. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona have done it. Happy in the knowledge that they've taken maximum points. Mission accomplished. Platini taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game.
Unlucky lad.